On the 20th of March, protesters gathered in Stoke Newington's Clissold Park to take part in one of the many protests taking place across the country against the new police crime sentencing and courts bill. The protesters gave speeches and held banners and marched along Stoke Newington High Street, making their way towards Dalston Police Station. Opponents to the bill say its vague wording could mean it is used to stamp out any and all dissent, with fines of up to £25,000 for those not sticking to the new conditions. The bill has just had its second reading in the House of Commons, but has yet to go through the committee stage and see possible amendments. There have been many protests against the bill taking place across the country and in the capital, with some violence breaking out between protesters and police. The most violent clashes happened in Bristol, where police vans were set on fire and there were multiple arrests. The bill has come about after Extinction Rebellion protests cost more than £37 million, more than twice the annual budget of London's Violent Crimes Task Force, and 172 Met police officers were assaulted during the BLM protests. The use of force by police is a current concern after there was vast public condemnation of the tactics used at the Sarah Everard vigil. One activist spoke to me about their involvement in the Stoke Newington march.
Yeah, I mean, we've been mobilising for the past couple of weeks against this bill. We've been mobilising with Sisters Uncut, who led the protest the past few days. I was there at Clapham Common, and the actions of the police were disgusting, but they weren't surprising. What we've seen at BLM protests all last summer, it's how the police act against minoritised communities and marginalised communities every single day, especially young black men, but also migrants and sex workers and queer and trans people. So none of us were surprised about how they acted, and we're mobilising against this bill because for our communities to be safer, we need the police to have less powers, not more. Our end goal is abolition. Our end goal is getting rid of the police and transformative justice and working in our communities with more power to the people. But in the meantime, we're trying to stop this bill from going through so that the police don't have the power to brutalise us on the streets.